Dr. Thessarian Vale, Noth, had dedicated her entire career to xenobiology, but nothing in her extensive education had prepared her for the biological nightmare that was humanity. The Galactic Medical Consortium's first contact with Earth had been routine, a standard humanitarian mission to a newly discovered civilization. Long-range scans showed a planet teeming with life, but plagued by countless pathogens, bacteria, viruses, fungi, parasites, and microscopic horrors that defied classification. The world appeared to be one massive petri dish of evolutionary warfare. These poor creatures, Vel Noth had murmured to her research team aboard the medical vessel Mercy's Grace. Living on a death world without even basic immunization technology. We must help them immediately. The Vale Thari had long ago conquered disease through genetic optimization and environmental sterilization. Their worlds were pristine, their bodies engineered for perfection, their lifespans measured in millennia rather than decades. They were the galaxy's premier medical experts, having saved 17 civilizations from pandemic extinction. Earth would be their 18th success story. Or so they believed. The first shock came when they attempted to beam down medical supplies to a major human population center, a sprawling metropolis called Mumbai. The bioscanners immediately went berserk. "Impossible," gasped junior researcher Keith Nail, her blue-tinted skin paling to an alarming silver. "These readings can't be accurate. The pathogen count is off the charts." Vel Noth studied the data streaming across her holographic displays. The numbers were staggering. Every human carried billions of microorganisms, bacteria, in their digestive systems, mites on their skin, viral remnants in their genetic code. By Vel Thari standards, every single human should have been dead within hours of birth. Yet somehow, impossibly, they thrived. "Perhaps their scanners are malfunctioning," suggested Medical Officer Zan Ray. No species could survive with that level of contamination. But when they captured samples of Earth's atmosphere, soil, and water, the truth became undeniable. Earth wasn't just contaminated, it was a biological war zone where countless species of microorganisms battled for dominance every second of every day. And somehow, humans had not only survived in this environment, but had actually become the dominant species. "We need specimens," Vel Noth declared. "Bring me a human for immediate medical intervention." The abduction team selected Dr. Sarah Mitchell, a microbiologist working late in her laboratory in Atlanta. She was unconscious when they brought her aboard, her body riddled with what the Vale Thari scanners identified as thousands of active infections. "Poor creature," Vel Noth whispered as she prepared the sterilization chamber. "We'll cleanse you of this biological burden and show your species the gift of true health." The first treatment was a standard pathogen purge, a gentle process that eliminated harmful microorganisms while preserving essential body functions. Within hours, Sarah's bacterial load had dropped by 90%. The Vale Thari medical team celebrated their success. Then Sarah began to die. Her digestive system shut down first. Without the symbiotic bacteria that helped process food, she couldn't absorb nutrients. Her skin became pale and clammy as beneficial microorganisms that regulated temperature and moisture balance vanished. Most alarmingly, her immune system, already working overtime to compensate for the cleansing, began attacking her own tissues. "What's happening?" Keith Nail asked in panic as Sarah's vital signs plummeted. Vel Noth stared at the medical readings in horror. The pathogens, they weren't invading her. They were part of her. Emergency protocols kicked in as the medical team fought to save their patient. They reintroduced carefully cultured samples of Sarah's original microbiome, watching in fascination as her body stabilized. But the real revelation came when they began analyzing her blood under quantum microscopes. What they found changed everything they thought they knew about biological evolution. Sarah's immune system wasn't just defending against pathogens, it was in constant, active warfare with them. Her white blood cells moved like tiny soldiers, adapting their strategies in real time as they encountered new threats. Her antibodies were incredibly diverse, capable of recognizing and neutralizing dangers the Veilthari had never imagined. Most remarkably, her immune system was learning. Every pathogen it encountered became part of a vast biological database, preparing her body for future attacks. The humans hadn't just survived their hostile world, they had turned it into a training ground for the most sophisticated defense system in the known galaxy. "Look at this," Zanray called out, his voice filled with awe. "She's been exposed to 17 different viral strains in the past month alone. Her body defeated them all and developed permanent resistance to each one." When Sarah finally regained consciousness, she found herself surrounded by tall, elegant aliens with luminescent blue skin and large, compound eyes. Her first instinct was fear, but Dr. Vale Noth approached with obvious reverence. "Dr. Mitchell," the alien said in accented but fluent English, "we owe you and your species an apology. We came here believing you needed our help, but we were wrong. We are the ones who have much to learn." Sarah listened in amazement as Vale Noth explained their mission and their discovery. The Veilthari, for all their medical advancement, had created sterile societies where their immune systems had atrophied. They could cure diseases, but they couldn't prevent them. Their genetically optimized bodies were marvels of engineering, but they were also incredibly fragile. One pathogen, one virus we haven't seen before, could wipe out our entire civilization, Vale Noth admitted. But your people live in harmony with chaos itself. Over the following weeks, Sarah worked with the Veilthari medical team to establish a new kind of partnership. Instead of the aliens teaching humans about medicine, humans would teach them about biological resilience. The exchange began with carefully controlled exposure therapy, introducing Veilthari volunteers to Earth pathogens in minute doses, allowing their dormant immune systems to slowly reawaken. The results were revolutionary. Veilthari subjects showed rapid improvement in overall health, increased energy levels, and most importantly, natural resistance to diseases that had once required constant medical intervention. But the real breakthrough came when they realized the implications for space exploration. Humans, with their battle-tested immune systems, could survive in environments that would kill other species within days. They were natural explorers, biological adventurers capable of thriving in the harsh realities of an unsterilized universe. "We've been approaching medicine all wrong," Vale Noth confided to Sarah, as they watched Earth rotate slowly beneath their ship. "We thought health meant the absence of struggle, but you've shown us that true strength comes from surviving the fight." The Galactic Medical Consortium's mission to Earth became something unprecedented, not a rescue operation, but a pilgrimage. Medical professionals from across the galaxy came to study the miracle of human biology, to learn from a species that had turned their hostile world into their greatest teacher. And Sarah, who had started as a specimen, became the first human ambassador to the Galactic Health Council, carrying with her a message that would reshape medical understanding across the stars. Sometimes, the best medicine isn't protection from life's challenges, but learning how to thrive despite them. The humans, it turned out, hadn't needed saving. They had needed sharing the hard-won wisdom written in their very DNA, the knowledge that life's greatest victories came not from avoiding the battle, but from learning how to win it, one microscopic skirmish at a time.